Gentlemen, let me share something most men rarely grasp. Touch isn't just about one or two moves. It's about understanding the areas of a woman's second body that spark deep emotional reactions, often long before any physical response shows. The reality is, most men only know a couple of these second spots. If that, I've spent over years as a relationship psychologist working with couples across every stage of life. Seconds. And today, I want to reveal what I wish every man could understand from the start. No fluff, no theories, no empty promises, just what research, seconds, neuroscience, and real-life experience consistently show. Curious? So, let me ask you, do you truly know where and how seconds a woman wants to be touched? I'm not talking about the obvious areas most men think of. I mean the places that awaken her emotionally, the gestures that make seconds her feel understood before her body even reacts. Many men tell me, I know my partner well. Yet, when asked this seconds, question, pause. Silence usually follows. Why? Because no one ever explained it properly. There's no minute seconds manual. And women, even when they feel these needs strongly, often communicate them subtly through posture, eyes, and minute second small gestures that most men miss entirely. Today, I'll walk you through 7 key. These minute seconds aren't just physical spots. They're emotional gateways. When you understand them, and more importantly, how to approach them, the way your partner minute seconds responds can change dramatically. Your hands can become far more than just hands. They can turn into a language of minute connection, a way to communicate care without words. After more than years working with couples, one pattern keeps appearing. Most men rely on instinct minute seconds. They assume that touching the right spot automatically sparks pleasure. But for women, pleasure doesn't start mechanically. It begins with emotional minute second safety. Many men think they're doing the right thing. Yet, from a woman's perspective, the touch often feels minute seconds one-sided. You may have wondered why she doesn't respond the way she used to, or why her reactions seem different over time. The truth is simple. What men take minute seconds for granted rarely evokes real emotion for women. Women respond to intention, minute seconds, awareness, and presence. When she senses that you genuinely care with your whole being, her body naturally follows. But minutes, seconds, here's the tricky part. Women rarely spell out their needs. They show them minutes, seconds. One patient once told me, "Don't touch me just to touch me. Let me feel that you're really there first." That line minute seconds captures what so many women feel. This isn't about physical touch alone. It's about opening a psychological door. Minute seconds. First, zone 1 is the hands. Many men overlook them, but a woman's hands are deeply connected to her emotional world. Minute seconds, holding them slowly, tracing her fingers softly, applying gentle pressure to the palm. These small gestures can make her minute seconds feel truly seen and understood. In my practice, I've noticed that couples who keep holding hands, even after decades together, maintain a stronger emotional minute second bond. It's no coincidence. Hand contact releases oxytocin, the hormone of trust and closeness. One detail men often miss seconds is crucial. Neglecting her hands can ruin the moment entirely. Clean, warm minutes, seconds while armed for hands can make a profound difference in connection and intimacy. Minutes, seconds. Zone 2 is the nape of the neck. Right at the hairline, tension often gathers without her even realizing it. A slow minute seconds gentle touch here, without words, minute seconds without expectation, can help her body release and relax. This isn't about arousal. It's about comfort and trust. My minute seconds recall a man in his late 60s who had been feeling emotionally invisible in his marriage. One evening, without any minute seconds agenda, he softly placed his hand on his wife's neck as she looked out the window. She paused, exhaled, and turned minute seconds toward him. That simple, wordless gesture reopened a connection they had thought lost. Zone 3 is the lower back minutes between the waist and hips. This area communicates stability. Placing your hands there gently without gripping or minute seconds restraining says, "I'm here. You're safe and you're free." It's a gesture that works beautifully in everyday moments. Minute seconds. Morning routines, quiet kitchens, simple hugs from behind. Zone is behind the ear, just beneath the jawline. Highly minutes, seconds, sensitive. It's only accessible when trust is present. Gentle warmth, not pressure, opens it. One woman shared that this touch didn't make her feel minutes, seconds desired. It made her feel genuinely valued. For many women, that feeling of being valued comes before desire. Minutes, seconds, zone 5. Between the shoulder blades is often overlooked. Psychologically, it conveys protection, a place she can't see herself. A gentle hand there reassures her, slows her nervous system minutes, and softens her mind. It's not sexual minutes, seconds, and that's why it's so powerful. Zone 6. The inner thighs near the knees. Minutes, seconds requires clarity. This is an intimate contact. It's a transitional area, close yet respectful, suggestive yet safe. Minutes, seconds approach slowly. It signals, I'm near, and I respect your pace. Many men skip this step, losing emotional trust along minute seconds the way. Zone is the lower abdomen, around the navel. And for many men, this one comes as a surprise. This area sits minute seconds at the intersection of instinct and emotion, and it demands complete sincerity. When you place your hand here slowly and warmly, as if handling minute seconds something delicate, you're not just touching skin. You're honoring her inner world. Allowing this kind of touch is her way of opening herself up minute seconds emotionally, offering trust beyond the physical. These zones work because women respond to touch through emotion and neurological pathways, not just physical minute-second sensation. Research shows the skin in these areas is highly sensitive, and gentle contact triggers oxytocin, the hormone that builds trust, connection, minutes, seconds, and emotional openness. These aren't erogenous zones. They are emotional sensors signaling you are safe here. The practical approach is simple. Slow down minutes, seconds. Notice her responses. Use these touches naturally in everyday moments. Be consistent and remain fully present. 1 minute seconds recently shared, I don't know what changed, but she felt closer. That's the essence. Women may not label the change, but they feel it deeply. These 7 zones aren't buttons to press, minutes, seconds. They are doors to her emotions. Each touch with care and sincerity communicates, I see you. I respect you. Minutes, seconds, you matter. That is what women truly desire. Not performance, not expectation, but genuine connection. And minutes, seconds, it's never too late to start. Sometimes a single conscious, heartfelt touch can open an entirely new chapter in your minutes relationship. When we talk about connecting with a woman on a deeper level, it's important to understand that touch is only part of the equation. What minutes, seconds really matters is the emotional and psychological layer behind it. Women are wired to respond to gestures that signal minutes, seconds, care, awareness, and respect long before their bodies show any physical reaction. Minutes, seconds. It's not about speed, intensity, or technique. It's about presence. Every subtle movement, every gentle touch, minutes, seconds, communicates whether you are truly there with her or simply going through the motions. The way a hand lingers on hers, minutes, seconds. The softness of a touch at the nape of the neck. The warmth of a hand resting on her back. These are all ways of minutes, seconds saying, I see you. I value you. You're safe with me. Minutes, seconds. Over time, these gestures build trust and emotional intimacy, sometimes more than conversation ever could. Many men, minutes, seconds, underestimate how much women pick up from these small actions. And yet, these moments often carry far more weight than minutes, seconds, grand declarations, or gestures. It's about creating an environment where she feels noticed, appreciated, and secure. Minutes, seconds, and where her emotional world is acknowledged as much as her physical presence. Even routine moments, a quiet morning together, a shared cup of minutes, seconds coffee, a hug in the kitchen, become opportunities to reinforce that connection when approached with awareness and care. It's also worth minutes, seconds, noting that women's responses are subtle and layered. A soft exhale, a relaxed posture, a quiet smile, they may seem minutes, seconds small, but they are her way of communicating comfort and emotional resonance. The science behind it shows that emotional touch triggers oxytocin, minutes seconds, the hormone of trust and bonding, which strengthens emotional closeness in a way that physical attraction alone cannot. Minutes seconds. This is why relationships that prioritize this kind of mindful minutes, seconds, intentional touch tend to endure longer, feel more connected, and maintain a level of intimacy that survives stress routine and the minutes, seconds passage of time. Learning these subtle cues and responding with genuine presence is not just about improving intimacy. It's about creating a minute seconds partnership rooted in respect, care, and emotional understanding. When a man truly notices, listens with his hands as minutes, seconds, much as with his ears, and approaches his partner with sincerity, he doesn't just enhance her pleasure, he strengthens the foundation of the minutes, seconds relationship itself. Over time, these small, conscious touches and gestures become a language, a quiet but powerful dialogue that communicates love, trust, minutes, seconds, and security. It's a reminder that intimacy is far more than physical closeness. It's emotional attunement. Minutes, seconds, it's connection, and it's the awareness that every action matters. This approach transforms ordinary interactions into minutes, seconds, moments that deepen love and understanding, proving that when a man invests in emotional presence, the bond he shares with his partner becomes minutes, seconds richer, more resilient, and profoundly fulfilling. When we step back and look at the bigger picture, it becomes clear minutes, seconds that these 7 zones are not just about physical touch. They are about understanding, presence, and emotional minutes, seconds connection. Men often think intimacy is a series of actions or moves, but for women, it begins long before any minute seconds physical response. It starts with safety, trust, and the awareness that someone truly sees and values them. Each minutes, seconds of these zones, the hands, the nape of the neck, the lower back, behind the ears, the shoulder blades, the inner minutes, seconds thighs, and the lower abdomen is a gateway to her emotional world. Minutes, seconds approached with sincerity, patience, and care. They communicate more than words ever could. Touch becomes a conversation, a language without speech, minutes, seconds, where every gesture tells her, I am here, I respect you, you matter. Minutes, seconds. This is why many couples who master these simple yet profound ways of connecting report deeper intimacy. Minutes, seconds, stronger emotional bonds, and renewed closeness even after years together. The science is clear. Oxytocin, trust, and minutes, seconds emotional openness are triggered not by technique alone, but by the intention behind the touch. Women feel it in subtle ways. The pause in her breath, minutes, seconds, the softening of her posture, the way she leans in even when she doesn't say a word. These zones aren't formulas or minutes, seconds shortcuts. They're doors that lead to genuine emotional presence. And the most important truth is this: it's never too late to start. Even one conscious minutes, seconds, attentive touch can shift the energy of a relationship, open channels of trust, minutes, seconds, and reignite emotional intimacy that may have been dormant for years. When men learn to approach these zones with care, minutes, seconds, respect, and heartfelt attention, they don't just touch a body, they touch a woman's heart, mind, and soul. That is the essence of true connection, and at minutes, seconds is far more powerful, far more lasting than anything physical alone can ever achieve. So, take this knowledge, minutes, seconds, practice it with intention, and watch how your presence, your patience, and your touch transform, not just her minutes, seconds response, but the very rhythm of your relationship itself. The path to closeness is not complicated, but its seconds requires awareness, sincerity, and the willingness to truly see her. When you do, you don't just create moments, you create a lifetime of connection.